The first thing I have to say is after 17 years of mentoring now, I have about 1,200 letters from inner city youth. I first came to mentoring through a program called the Network for Teaching Entrepreneurship. And I come into classes as I am an entrepreneur. That is my background, so that's a fit for me. And one kid in one class, gosh, maybe 7 years ago, his name was Khalid. And he was sitting in the back of class, and it was a December day, and he had just been transferred in. And I go around the class and I ask every kid to tell their story of their business idea. And he never stood up and he never spoke. And after class, I approached him and I said, well, what about your idea? And he kind of comes forth and really didn't want to speak publicly, but he began to open up privately. And he was a little bit heavy set. And we talked about what his passion was. And it turns out he loved cookies. So we started him off in an idea of building a cookie business, but how could he differentiate? So it was his idea to add honey to cookies, and he made these great big black and white New York Delicious, that's what he called himself, New York Delicious black and white honey baked cookies. Well, this big sucker that was delicious was 106 calories. He did all the nutrition calculations. And, you know, we pushed him and we pushed him a little to take it to market. He ultimately rented out a commercial kitchen at Harris Teeter on the East Coast. He sold cookies to Target and Giant Food, also on the East. And by 16 years old, this is 2 years later, he had sold 32,000 cookies. I'm still in touch with him to this day. He plans to go to either Babson or Harvard. He wants to study business. And he won all the business plan competitions. And you know, your heart's in your throat when you see these kids who had zero interest in business to start with, sort of teach them a couple skills, gain some confidence, develop a plan, and really grow and excel beyond their own wildest imagination. So I would have to say there's sort of no bigger high than helping somebody do that.